Hi. If you can you give me a thumbs up? Working out some kinks. I hope that's a question. Or Z, if you have a question, love to answer it. You can put it in the chat. let's. So the card I pulled out was higher con. Is this a person that kind of goes in and out with communication, bag, never disappear with the connect? I do feel that they do miss you, but also right now, if they communicate, it's just doing if that makes any um it like be from a like you remind them of the good old days and they like you pop into their head, then they come back and um think of you and give you a text, and so that causes them to shoot, if that makes any sense. They actually think about you a lot, um more than they should be. I don't know if they're in a current relationship, if like, or out of a relationship. It's interesting that you got vacation. Let me know if that makes sense to you. The question. Also, Melissa, if you're still in the chat and you have another question, or drop it down. Is it on my end like my mic is not working? It was okay. Okay. I think if I go away from my mic, it sorry, I'm getting used to it. I'm so sorry. Okay. Yes, Melissa, let me figure out what I said. Um hey Melissa, were you able to see the cards? I think I shuffled. So sorry. No, it froze. Okay. Think I know you had a vacation that came. Yeah, and I'm so sorry about the other card that came out, but I for sure know it was higher consciousness and vacation. And for the person that you're asking about, they do miss you from like a distance, and it has a vacation like. So to me, and what your guides are making me feel like, you remind them of like the good old days or the happy times. And I'm not sure how long you've been away from them, or if this is like a short connection and the two of you like stopped talking maybe a couple weeks ago, or this is a past connection. But you really do remind them of the good old days, and they are kind of leveling up in themselves in a higher consciousness way. So you being on the vibration that you are, and they're coming up, and it's like they're looking for people that are in the same wavelength, and that is you. So they do miss you, but also there's like, your guys are just making me feel at a distance. It's just the miss you is there, but it's not all the way there. It's kind of a reminiscent of missing you, and I hope that makes sense. And I hope you can hear me. Um, the you can post your question. Okay, you're welcome. So sorry. I'm working out these issues. I think I will be definitely getting a new mic soon. Ooh. Okay. Julie? Okay, a couple cards here. You got the Queen of Summers, and the first thing that pops out is um, listen to yeah, listen to your heart and intuitive insight. So with me, yes, her energy got her big time, and so she she is a little bit crazy, um, sane, but just strange. Um, yes, the crazy did get to her. Also, it feels like she's on like not they're not saying drugs, but more on like medication. And depending on when she takes it, it kind of hits her right at that like sweet spot. And so that also gives her the edge of craziness. Um, mm. But the other card that's also sticking out for me right now is the Ten of Winter. Is a resolution of difficulties and a weight lifted off your shoulder, but it'd be her shoulder. Um, okay. Yeah, sh- if you're saying she's strange, she is highly medicated. So it's ooh, okay, so this has been going on since she was a child. She kind of they're making me feel like have you noticed like kind of a schizophrenia vibe about her? Um, she is a weird one. Yeah, like very like when they give me her body, it's very like shaky and skittish. And so that is like kind of that schizophrenia. But the meds, like if they don't hit her at the right time, then she's even crazier. She seems sane and she can get her like her higher self is still within her body. I heard you. Okay, which is why uh, ten of this 10 of winters is also talking about the end of an addiction or codependency. And she talks yes. Um did you have a lot of encounters with her when you were talking to her, or did you notice like when you spoke to her she kind of calmed down because she was just trying to figure out like also they keep saying like does she like deep look into your eyes? It's something about her eyes is off, but when she looked into yours she felt at peace. Okay. Yeah, like I don't think it's drug related. I think it's her medication, and I feel like it was changed. Um, especially they just keep saying this last interaction. Okay. Yes, that makes sense. Yes. Um, was she someone that worked at your workplace? Also, the stress. Okay, the stress really got to her and was driving her crazy. And with being leasing agent, um, it was too many energies on top of the energies she already had. So everything Okay, which is what they're saying, which caused her depression. So yes, she was depressed. And she tried to control it with the medication. She did seek higher help. Um, but it was just it was too much for her. Right now she is like taking time to relax and kind of decompress is what she needed, but it was the money that was keeping her there. The bills had to be paid, and it was like, I have to do this. I have to keep going. But in the flip side, she was running her body down, running her soul down, but which would also make her seem crazy because she was always trying to um just they keep saying zombie, like just zombie like just I have to be here no matter how my mental health is. It was just very zombie like. I don't think I need cars. I'm sorry. The cards weren't right. Um, yeah, so she may come back. I do hear them saying she may come back later on towards, they keep saying like the later end of summer. And it could be a possibility because it's the money that's a driven, but I feel like she'll be in a better state of health. Yeah, it was just like it was paying the bills. It was getting her through, but mentally and physically, emotionally, it was destroying her, is what they're saying, and making her feel weak inside and making her feel crazy. And then she was driving herself crazy. She was driving her own self crazy with her thoughts. Like she had some wild thoughts. And I don't know if y'all had like kind of intriguing conversations, but she like had extreme wild thoughts. Which is very interesting. Very, very interesting. But um also with the money, like another thing that they just said that was driving her was like trying to be better than her parents, or trying not to have any issues, and making sure she was always providing for herself, but not knowing that it was just going to cause a wild drain. And chasing money will do that to you. And I think she is figuring out that like right now as she is taking a break from it. Okay. Um it feels it still feels like something's off in that space. It's the space too. Um like the whole building. I'm just seeing like from the moment you step in, and like I don't know if they have daily reports of like sell, 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 and that like the something, they're also saying someone is giving them negative words, which is causing them to have such a negative impact. It could be like, hey, numbers were down yesterday and I don't really understand. And why aren't you selling? And why aren't you leasing? And, we're turning over and we're bringing new people in. We're turning over. You really got to drive these sales. You really got to get these people in here. And so I don't know if those daily reports is said before the workday started or emails are sent out, but that is the other thing that is they're saying is really driving the negativity every day. Yeah, like it's just, and whoever, I feel like they just keep saying upper management of them are like, you're not doing a good job. You really need to do this, and that takes a toll on people because you can only sell what walks through the door. You can't sell if no one walks through the door. Ah, okay. Because the property manager has someone that they are getting information from. And so literally they're saying okay, they're saying basically the property manager is covering her ass or their ass depending on the guy, and or guy or girl, and it kind of gets pushed down to them, and so it's the like yelling, and that just turns the whole day upside down, which would make sense of like It's just like the moment you walk through the door, it's already a bad day. Even if the person woke up and was like, I'm gonna have a good day and be ready to go, it's right when they walk into work. And the people, I feel like you're gonna get a couple more leasing agents. I see two new leasing agents coming in, and they are going to be there because of the money. They're the bonuses, the whatever is going on, but they're not going to stay long because it's going to be the same thing. Um yeah, and I feel like the property manager, you said she. Okay, yeah, I was feeling she. Um Whoever the property manager reports to, like, is, I don't know, they keep saying like cahoots, like fly by nights kind of deal. And they're like, as long as we put it on someone else, we're covered. Like, we don't look bad, we make them look bad, if that makes sense. So it's always, but it's also in the way it's being delivered of negativity. It's like, you got to do this and you better do this. And so then it's on those people that are the least in the agency instead of the property manager stepping in and checking the numbers and seeing what's going on. One just, okay. So that was the two people I was seeing coming in. But they're not going to stay there long. They will not be there long. I also feel one person like coming out and screaming. Like, I just hear like a just a huge scream and a huge upsetting. Like, it's, you don't be surprised that you hear some screaming. Um I feel anger from this one person because it's like I just can't take it anymore. They're saying, are you able to, like, you yourself able to pray, and I'm not meaning like creepy Christian praying, or um they raise their rent and some, ah, high turnover. Okay, which is why they're getting the, you're not doing this and we have these vacancies, and you're not putting in the effort and you're not selling and you're not, it's just that you're not doing enough. And that is also part of the property manager. Maybe the place that they looked at, they didn't like the feel. Maybe they just was like, I don't want to be on the third floor, I want to be on the second. I don't like the corner view. Maybe it's ghosts in there and they're just like that. That really does turn people off, and it's nothing that at least an agent can do. You can only show as much as you can, and if they vibe with the place, then they're gonna go. So it's definitely on that property manager too. Like, she's the drive of the negativity, but because she's in a protected zone, so to say, she doesn't have to worry about that. But um I also feeling like that's gonna change because she's gonna have to step up to the plate. If there's no, I don't know, I just, the lease and agency part, the agents, the new agents, I don't see them staying there too long. On the rent part, did it go up ex- like a out of the pocket number? Okay. Yeah. Um let's ask about our property's gonna properties. Okay. I do, I am seeing. I can see. I'm seeing a couple sporadical from now until the end of May, but really picking up in June only because I feel like the complex is gonna have to run. Oh, yeah, that's a huge increase. Um, you're gonna start seeing specials, and those specials are to trap people in the new vacancies, but that's not gonna come in until the peak of summer. And like summer, I feel like summer doesn't really start until like the second, third week of June. Um, it's gonna be sporadical, so there's still gonna be a drastic negative energy appearance, and then as soon as summer, I'm just hearing summer specials. That is the only way they're gonna get people in the door, and you're gonna look at some of those specials and be like, "This is crazy. These are crazy conditions. These people are signing. They don't know what they're signing." Like I feel like there's something with the paperwork about these rental increases not being like I don't know. It's just feeling like a trap. Like it's just everything is like trappy. It's like, hey, we have the summer special. Come on in, and yeah. By the way, it's a 2-year lease, and some people don't like that. Some, you know, okay. And then yeah, like it's crazy. Like it's just a trap, but it's a trap for people, unfortunately, how people use apartments and they trap you in there, and then you're like, but I'm ready to move, I want new beginnings, and then you're like, my lease doesn't end until freaking 3 years, and then it's going to keep increasing while you're in there. There's going to be problems that they don't fix. So I do feel and see a lot of trapping happening slowly but surely, definitely that second week of summer with those specials. You excuse me, yeah, you're definitely gonna see um just weird things. Also, they keep saying like the special brings weird people. Um, just all kinds of spectrum of people are going to be rolling in there because they're looking at a special and not really looking at that contract that they're signing or the environment that they're going to step into or cause or um you're if you thought you saw strange people now, you're definitely going to see it for sure. Yes. I hope that answered your question. I think that is just like recently, even here, the hygiene has been really off. Like I just don't get it. I don't get not smelling good or looking good or taking care of yourself or I've seen some weird things. I just don't get it. I don't know what it could be. Definitely been weird. And especially with this full moon tonight or like yeah, it started a couple like an hour ago. It's just been a strange kind of day. Oh yeah, absolutely. Is she an older woman by chance? Like she seems pretty stern. I feel like they won't um they won't like it. They won't like her no nonsense because they can't walk on top of her. Yeah. My mom. Yeah, they won't. She'll honest. Oh, okay. She's. I feel like she's a middle 40. Like she'll hang as long as she can. Um, Interesting. But I feel like your property manager doesn't like being told no, or she just has an issue. Like it's kind of a hierarchy thing to her too. And I think that's why a lot of people are having like negative problems because she knows how to get under people's skin emotionally, which totally makes sense. Um, I would be surprised that she hangs for at least a good amount 6 months. Um, like yes, she's there for the money, but she does really like that type of work. Um, it's very interesting. They keep saying like they kind of are finna meet their match when it comes to yeah, yeah. She's not gonna like her. That makes sense. Oh, I can feel that. Like a big yeah. Does the boss kind of walk into your area at times or kind of like do these weird pop-ins? Yeah, it's gonna be some fun times ahead. You will definitely be entertained for sure. Okay, yeah, I just feel like when the boss pops in, he's like, I don't know if it's a he. I'm feeling very masculine, or she. Um, it's just to be super nosy, like for no reason. It's kind of like, well, are you working or like what are you doing? Kind of feel to it, but just like, uh, it's kind of like I feel like everyone's in that space. Ah, okay. Very just very masculine too is why I was like, "Oh, a man." Okay, yeah, she's very like it's the energy around her is like very inconvenience like, and I don't really know what the point of her walking around unless no one was like truly working. Um just very strange. Very very strange. I However, they just said that you're going to see a lot more of her in these, especially these next coming months. And then once those summer special hits, it's kind of a like, oh, I don't have to do as much anymore, or be around or peek around. Like, oh, they just keep saying peeking around a lot. Yeah, like I'm yeah. When those summer months roll around, you won't see her as much, which will be a plus for you guys because it's very like I don't know. She kind of has this sneaky vibe about her, like just like I don't know. She's a little. I just feel just a little off about her. Um, Job wise too. Interesting. But okay, I hope that answered your question. If anyone's in the chat and you have another question, just drop it down. You are welcome. Ask the cards. So the cards that came out for you were moving fearlessly, raise your standards, awaken your true self, and honoring your true feelings. So when I asked your spirit team if you're going to get a new job, they're making me feel towards the end of August. But now they're saying to put in the work of finding the new job, and that okay, so they're saying like just applying and interviewing and putting yourself out there so when the perfect job comes that you have a smooth transition. Also, raising your standards has to do with your current job right now, and it just could be putting people in their place in a nice way, but also um not tolerating, they just keep saying not tolerating any BS. And this is coming from one of your male guides. Um, he's saying that the job will come and you'll get everything that you want. But right now, it's raising your standards in your current job. But they're also asking you to move fearlessly. So when you're ready to leave the one that you're at, it will be a fearlessly move in right alignment. Also, I feel like the job has to do with once you awaken your true self, you'll find that everything that you're looking for, and that the, there's 2 to 3 jobs that potentially okay, they're saying there's 2 to 3 jobs that are potentially coming up for you. Two that you're gonna really like. The one is okay, not great pay, but great benefits and great environment. And the two that you do like, there's a lot of pros and cons to it. And so they're asking you to manifest the job that you truly want for yourself and the flexibility. The job that pays low is like the most that offers you everything that you can ask for. Um, but they're saying you kind of have to be quick with this next upcoming job market wave. It's going to be quick applying just because we have new people applying for jobs that may not have that opportunity to get, but now they're able to apply for those jobs, and um it's going to be a big pool of people that they have to pull from. And so lastly, honoring your true feelings. It's just really honoring what you truly desire. If that's a job you want, you have to manifest it and it will come to you. Um, but the current job, you're definitely going to have to detach the like BS or saying to cut the cords. You're going to have to let go because not every job is going to bring that new, um, they're just saying drama towards it. They're just saying like leave when it's time for you to let go of the job and you know that you're done. There's like leave it in the past, um, because you're going to be stepping into new experiences. But I hope that makes sense. Well, if anyone has another question they want to ask, I'm going to stay on for a few more minutes. And if not, then I'm going to hop off. And I appreciate everyone that is here for coming. Um, if you could like and share and subscribe, that would be really great. And then maybe we can get some more people on here. My goal with this channel is to do more live reading, but also bring other people on. And then I was given an idea to do like um maybe like a mini psychic class or something like that where we can all give each other intuitive messages, not on YouTube, like a little group and help everybody get themselves online. So, hey. Well, it looks like I think I answered this question. And I hope to be live next Friday at the same time. And you can always find me on Etsy. And then the people that I read for tonight, if you would text me and give me feedback, I really appreciate it. Or message me. So I hope you have a wonderful weekend and have a wonderful night.